Cornelia TV. Today we have George Addison, and he's my mentor and a good friend, and he's also a book author and so many other things. So I'm going to give George a chance to tell us what's going on. How you doing, George?
Doing fine. Great to be a part of your show,
Oh.
and appreciate the opportunity to talk about some of the things I'm doing and the book that I'm working on. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
That project is something that's been in the works for a few years. As anybody knows who creates anything, whether it's written or whether it's visual, it's usually going to take longer than what you think it is when you first come up with it.
Yes.
So, you know, it's a labor of love, and involves a lot of the people that I interviewed as a journalist over the years, and just basically wanted to capsulize what that experience meant to me and glean out of it whatever positive attributes I could that could share with other people.
That sounds very interesting. I'm so very proud of you.
I'm proud of you as well.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So, what else would you like to share with us about this book?
Well, we'll go ahead and deal with the book. The book is entitled Moments in the Shadow of Greatness. And it's just got some of the folks on here that'll be in the first book that involve President Barack Obama, Andrew Young, former Ambassador Andrew Young, Shirley Chisholm, who was a political person that I was involved with on the East Coast years ago.
Wow.
It kind of got me started with everything. Shirley Chisholm, you know, and Muhammad Ali, of course, and Gordon Parks, which was my mentor. And so, you know, life's kind of gone around full circle for me as it relates to paying homage to these people and you know, showing my appreciations for the impact that they made in my life to be able to go out and do other things and help others.
And that's exactly what you do, and I appreciate you being on the show today. And we're going to just take a break for a minute, and we'll be right back with George Addison. Thank you for being here. This is great. Back with George Addison, who is my special guest today on Cornelia TV. And George, what else is going on?
Well, you know, as you know, I'm involved in a lot of different things, and I don't think I can ever be idle. So, but I basically have my hands in several different companies that I'm involved in to help people across the country. And I have my marketing company, which is BMG, B Network Media Group. And, you know, I'm excited about BMG because it's kind of like a culmination of where I can kind of group all the things I'm involved with and all the different aspects of companies that I'm involved in under one roof, so to speak. And basically it deals with marketing, advertising, promotional strategy development for small and large companies. Recently I was involved in a AARP webinar that was sponsored by the Small Business Administration, and spoke to people about their social media strategies with a potential audience of almost 70 million people. So
Wow.
that was kind of exciting
bet.
and nerve-wracking and all of that stuff, because you know you want to do a good job and,
Yes.
and don't want to mess up.
Right.
And you know, that's just one of the opportunities that I've been able to get as a result of my involvement with BMG and also with SCORE, which is the Service Corps Retired Executives. They're sort of like one of the children of the Small Business Administration. So over the years, you know, I've been involved with BMG, just basically 2 years now the company is. And then also I have Petite University, which I launched, which is an online learning university basically. And what our mission is basically is to take people, no matter what their educational backgrounds are, and find their determine their strengths and weaknesses, and then through that help them find their path as far as the educational attainment they need to be a better person, to be a better business person, or just a member in society and the community, to be a better individual. And a lot of times people think they have to go to regular institutions to do that, but what they don't realize is that this country was founded off of, and people who I classify as autodidacts, individuals who were self-taught, self-learners, numerous presidents and famous celebrities, Gates of Microsoft, I mean so many people, the founder of Wendy's, you know, people that didn't complete school, and in some case people who didn't go to school, who've done great things that help shape the nation and the world. And so mostly people are accustomed to just being down on themselves, and they don't really have the confidence to do a lot of the things because they feel that I lack a degree or I lack this and that. And through that particular university, what we try to do is provide them with lectures and instructors and workshops that teach them how to take their natural skills and go on and pursue whatever dreams or goals they have, no matter what they are.
Wow. But listen, can you give us some website information so maybe they can go online and find you for themselves?
Well, they can Google me on LinkedIn, or they can go to B Media Group. What's it?
That's okay.
See, I've got so many acronyms floating around in my head, but it's bmediagroup.com.
Okay.
And they should be able to find me on there, but I would say just Google LinkedIn, and they can usually find links that take them to my other sites, at least some of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds fabulous. And did you hear his information? He's on the web, so search for him, okay? And we'll be right back with more of George Addison on Cornelia TV Presents. On Cornelia TV, and while we was taking a little break, George was just telling me about this Entrepreneur Roadshow that he also is doing, and hopefully you say it may be at the end of this year. Just tell us about it.
Well, we were looking at launching it around summer or fall, early fall of this year. Now it may be pushed back to where actually we'll launch it, if not at the end of this year, then the first of next year for sure. And what's taken us a while to get this thing launched is because we're looking at traveling to 157 cities across the country, and we're looking to do this over a 4 or 5 year period.
Okay.
And what we want to do pretty much is go to communities that have been affected by the recession and job loss, and where they just have people who really are kind of lost and don't know what to do with themselves, and take them a positive message that allows them to kind of regroup and rebuild their lives. And sometimes just hearing the right word at the right time is all a person really needs in their life to kind of get themselves back in focus and move forward, do the right thing. And we hope that the Entrepreneur Roadshow Tour will do that. Ultimately, we'll have up to 21 speakers that will rotate through the tour as an area needs. Some communities may need to hear financial speakers. Some people may need to hear inspirational speakers. Some people may need to hear people that have immediate job opportunities they can take advantage of. Something they can leave the event that day and actually start a business for themselves. Because we truly believe that for people to turn themselves around and their communities around, you're going to have to be in a position of strength and be empowered financially, economically, and academically to do some of the things you want to do for yourself and for your community. A lot of times they put broad X's on these communities that are disadvantaged and have gone through some changes and say, well, that's it for them, they're done. But no, they're not. And all it takes is one person to be able to empower themselves financially to go out and buy that first home in the neighborhood and fix it up, and then buy another home, or form a co-op where they can get together and buy several homes, and then do a block, and then do it one by one. And before you know it, you've got this bubbling, thriving community that's providing jobs and self-esteem and empowerment for people, and they say, wow, we did it ourselves. And those things are going on, like for instance in Harlem. There's an organization I work with called So Harlem, and what this young lady done, Miss Rodriguez, who is head of that organization, has done, she's went back home to Harlem. She's worked for Fortune 500 companies and helped countries who are into philanthropy, and she founded an organization that accommodates residents in that area who are artisans. And they have learned how to be business people now and develop their skills and market themselves in a way that not only revitalizes their opportunities, but Harlem as well. And that's something that's pretty exciting.
Ooh, it sounds exciting, and it sounds like a good solution to today's problems. Because everybody needs to be lifted up. And most people in general, they want a hand up. They don't want a handout. So this is a way for them to learn how to empower themselves. And I appreciate your vision, and I wish you all the best on your new adventures.
Yeah,
and so,
we take that. We appreciate that.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
That sounds good. So I'm going to hold up this, and when we come back, we'll get a closer view of the Entrepreneur Roadshow and Mr. Addison's book. So stay right with us, okay? Yeah.